Brand intimacy is the emotional science behind the brands we use and love. It is a marketing practice built on what behavioral scientists have proven, that we make decisions based on emotion. We're providing marketers and brand builders insights and methods to measure and build brands that form stronger emotional bonds with customers. Through our 13 years of study, a fundamental truth is that we bond with brands much like we bond with each other, in a reciprocal, fluid, and culturally specific manner. What excites us is that our studies and analyses continue to prove that brands that do this best outperform their peers, with customers willing to pay more for their products or services. If you're wondering how we measure brand intimacy or are interested in our annual brand rankings, jump over to our website. Links will be in the description. That'll give you a background on how we do this, the methodology, and other resources. In this short video, we're excited to share a subset of our study, demonstrating which brands perform better when you focus on the places, methods, or zones that we inhabit with them. In other words, how intimate are we with brands in the ecosystems in which we consume them? We'll summarize three: body, what we wear, apply, and consume; the smartphone, the devices, the apps, and the experiences within it; and the home, the rooms in which we bond with brands the most. We begin by analyzing the ecosystems of brands that we wear, apply, or eat. Brands on, in, and around our body. These are physically some of the most intimate spaces around us, so naturally, we want to know which of these brands bond with us the most. Starting with brands that we apply to our bodies. These brands, led by Avon, generally perform below average. For perspective, the overall brand intimacy study average quotient score is 36.8. Brands that we wear perform only marginally better, which is surprising given the iconic nature of some of the brands in this group. As you might expect, brands that consumers eat, on average, are more intimate, though they achieve this performance in a different way than those we wear or apply. In this snapshot, you can see how the nostalgia archetype factors heavily with brands we consume. These are staple brands that connect with memories of the past and the warm feelings associated with them. They're often brands a consumer has grown up with. And also, sweeter brands tend to perform better than savory ones. Next is what we call the smartphone ecosystem. Our phones have become essential extensions of us, and yet it surprises us which brands in this ecosystem outperform the others and why. Sometimes, the weak performers reveal interesting insights. In the smartphone ecosystem, the weakest performing brands tend to be social media apps. These free communication tools score lowest, likely due to their utilitarian presence. Surprisingly, what we call access brands, the ones that connect us to the internet, which are notoriously vilified at times, score better than social media brands, which is really saying something. Access brands are famous for having what we call trapped loyalists. Consumers who continue to be loyal, yet don't have strong emotional connections. Content brands deliver the rich immersive narratives and entertainment in our devices. They are ranking second in overall intimacy in the smartphone ecosystem. Disney, in this group, is overall the top performing in brand intimacy. Manufacturers of the devices or hardware consistently outperform all others. They gain the credit or the positive halo of the overall magic of the device. This is a phenomenon that we also see with gaming platforms as well. We credit some of the performance of the devices themselves to the tactile pleasures and the physical precision. It's also worth noting that they outperform in fulfillment, which is delivering superior service and efficacy, and enhancement, brands that make us smarter, more efficient, and effective. Finally, the home ecosystem demonstrates how we bond with brands in various rooms or spaces within our homes. Here we see the intersection of how top-performing industries like media and entertainment or automotive positively impact the environments where we live. Paradoxically, the bedroom is the space where we see on average the least intimate brands. Maybe a positive insight here in that we're bonding with each other instead. Kitchen brands generally perform below average, demonstrating that these brands fulfill only our most basic needs. Brands in the bathroom also fail to meet average scores and intersect heavily with brands that we apply to our bodies. Seeking entertainment or escape, brands in the living room rise in performance and feature some top-performing entertainment and gaming brands. Automotive brands that extend our living spaces rank second highest and are typically comprised of annually top-performing brands. And finally, the home office is the room with the most intimate brands. Buoyed by technology brands in our more remote, hybrid working lives of late, this space, where we actually do typically work, on average, has the brands in the home that we are most intimate with. Reviewing this ecosystem at a glance, we see the enhancement archetype dominates, with consumers feeling smarter, more capable, and more connected. You can explore these insights at emblem.com/brand intimacy, and there you'll find our overall brand rankings, as well as a feature on brand families recently launched. Coming soon will be our study on brand indifference and what happens when we break up with brands. Our brand intimacy study is bigger and more dynamic than ever. Subscribe to download our reports and be the first to know when new insights and materials are released. If you want to know more about the theory behind brand intimacy, check out our Amazon bestseller. Thank you.